Most people don't stay broke because they're lazy or unlucky. They stay stuck because they're following bad advice. Ideas that sound reasonable, feel normal, and get repeated so often they start to feel true. But here's the truth. A lot of common sense in money is common nonsense. And if you build your life on it, you end up stressed, stretched, and wondering why you can't get ahead. In this video, I'm exposing 9 financial lies you've been told, and I'll show you what actually works instead. These aren't hacks or gimmicks. They're practical, proven shifts you can start today. If you recognize even one of these, changing it can transform your future. Let's dive in. Lie 1. Debt is normal. We're told debt is just part of life. Car loans, credit cards, store financing. Buy now, pay later. It's marketed as responsible and convenient. But debt doesn't just cost money. It costs freedom. Every dollar you send to interest is a dollar that can't build your future. And the more payments you have, the fewer choices you keep. Here's what actually works instead. Treat high interest debt like an emergency. Stop adding to balances. Pick a payoff plan. Avalanche, highest interest first, or snowball, smallest balance first, and automate extra payments every payday. Here's a simple move to kill debt. When you kill a debt, that's a win. Redirect the exact payment into savings or investing. Turn a past mistake into a future machine. Lie 2. You need a high income to build wealth. People think wealth is reserved for high earners, but the math of compounding says otherwise. Wealth is mostly time and consistency, not a giant salary. 2 people can earn the same income and end up in completely different places. The one with the system, saving first, investing automatically, keeping fixed costs low, wins over decades. Here's what actually works. Start with pay yourself first. Even just 5 to 10% matters. Automate contributions on payday to a simple, diversified portfolio. Raise the percentage a little every quarter. You won't feel it, but your future self will. Lie 3. Budgeting means restriction. Budgeting has a branding problem. It sounds like punishment. But a budget isn't a cage, it's a map. It tells your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. When you budget, you create margin. Margin turns emergencies into inconveniences and opportunities into action. Here's what actually works. Use the 50-30-20 framework as a starting point. 50% needs, 30% wants, and 20% to future, saving and investing. Track this for 30 days. You only really have to do it one time. Patterns will appear. Leaks will get obvious. Fix them, and you instantly breathe easier for the rest of your life. Lie 4. Investing is only for the rich. Investing feels intimidating to some. People worry they don't have enough money or enough knowledge to begin, so they wait. And waiting is the most expensive decision of all. You don't need to be rich to invest. You need a repeatable plan you can stick with consistently. Here's what actually works. Automate small, consistent contributions. Choose low-cost, broad index funds. Rebalance just once a year. That's it. Here's your simple move. Set up $50 to $100 a month to start. The amount matters less than the habit. And remember, compounding rewards consistency. Lie 5. Building a home or buying a home is always better than renting. Rent is throwing money away, is what you'll hear out there repeated constantly. The truth? Sometimes buying is great, but sometimes renting is smarter. It depends on your timeline. It depends on the local market, your job stability, and the total cost of ownership. Remember, ownership includes more than just the mortgage. There's property taxes, insurance, maintenance, HOA fees, closing costs, and the risk of needing to sell sooner than planned. Here's what actually works. Run the real numbers for your specific situation. If you'll stay put long enough, having a solid emergency fund, and the total monthly cost is reasonable, buying can be excellent. If you value flexibility, expect moves, or the numbers just don't work, renting is not failure, it's strategy. Lie 6. Credit cards are evil. Credit cards aren't inherently evil. Uncontrolled usage is. Used badly, credit can easily trap you. But used well, credit cards can be a tool, consumer protections, rewards, and convenience. The key is simple. Never carry a balance. If you can't pay it in full, you can't afford it. Here's what actually works. If you struggle with revolving debt, freeze your card for online impulse purchases. Lower your credit limit and automate full statement payments. If you're disciplined, use one card with clear rewards and treat it like a debit card. Pay in full every month without exception. Lie 7. You need to time the market. Trying to guess when to buy and when to sell feels smart, but it's usually a trap. Even professionals struggle to beat broad indexes consistently. Timing replaces a system with emotion, greed, fear, and regret. Emotions don't compound, systems do. Here's what actually works. Dollar cost average. Buy on a schedule, through ups and through downs. Keep a simple allocation, like 70% total stock index, 20% international, 10% bonds, and rebalance once a year. Volatility becomes opportunity, not panic. Lie 8. Financial freedom means never working again. People think financial freedom means retiring forever. For most, freedom is work optional. The ability to choose what to do, when to do it, and with whom. It's not about quitting, it's about control. Control of your time, your projects, and your energy. Here's what actually works. Design for optionality. Keep your fixed costs low. Build a solid emergency fund. Invest consistently. And create one small income stream that isn't tied to your hours. When investments and optionality income cover a meaningful share of expenses, your job becomes a choice, not a chain. Lie 9. You'll start saving when you make more. If you don't save at your current income, you probably won't save at a higher one. That's just the truth. Lifestyle expands to fill the space you give it. Raises without rules become upgrades without meaning. Here's what actually works. Use the 70-30 rule for any income increase. Route 70% of raises or bonuses to saving investing, or debt payoff, and 30% to lifestyle, guilt-free. This way, every raise accelerates freedom instead of just increasing obligations. Let's put this all together in a simple, proven system. Here's a practical way to replace lies with a working plan, step by step. Step 1, 3 accounts: spending, safety, and growth. Step 2, think of your future first. Automate transfers to safety and growth on payday. Step 3, fixed cost cap. Keep these fixed cost obligations at 50 to 60% of your take-home pay. Step 4, prioritize an emergency fund. Starter with $1,000, then grow it to 3 to 6 months. Step 5, debt plan. Pick the avalanche or snowball method. Automate extra payments. Remember, high interest debt is an emergency. Step 6, investing. Choose low-cost index funds. Automate monthly contributions and rebalance annually. Step 7, raise capture. 70% to wealth, 30% to guilt-free lifestyle upgrades. Step 8, track 3 numbers. Number 1, your savings rate. Number 2, your net worth. And number 3, your fixed cost ratio. And step 9, 1 optionality stream. Launch something small. Aim for $250 to $500 a month. You don't need perfection. You need consistency. Systems beat motivation because systems don't depend on how you feel that day. Here's some common objections and some simple replies. Number 1, I don't earn enough. Start with 1 to 5% automated payments. Increase by 1% each quarter. That's the beauty of percentages. It doesn't depend on the number. It's all about the percent. The habit matters more than the amount, especially at first. Number 2, emergencies always ruin my plan. That's what the emergency fund is for, and that's why it comes first. Protect the foundation, then scale your growth from there. Number 3, investing feels complicated. Choose broad index funds. Automate your contributions. Rebalance just once a year. Complexity is optional. Consistency is non-negotiable. And the last common objection is I just can't seem to stick with it. Well, calendar monthly check-ins. Pair habits with routines. Every time you have your Sunday coffee, have a 10-minute dashboard. Make the default the right choice. Remember, you don't need to fix everything today. You just need the first step. Automate 1 transfer. Cancel 1 unused subscription. Pay 1 extra amount towards one of your debts. Open 1 simple investment plan. Then, repeat this next week. Financial freedom is built quietly, 1 true step at a time. If this helped, and you want calm, practical finance videos that actually work in real life, consider subscribing to the channel. Join thousands of people replacing myths with mastery, 1 smart decision at a time.